Democracy is under threat globally. There are several factors that contribute to this trend, ranging from economic inequality and political polarization to the rise of authoritarian leaders and the erosion of democratic norms and institutions. In this essay, I will examine these factors in more detail and explain why they pose a significant threat to democracy. One of the main challenges facing democracy today is economic inequality. In many countries, the gap between rich and poor has grown significantly in recent years, leading to widespread dissatisfaction and disillusionment with the political system. As a result, many people feel that their voices are not being heard, and that their concerns are being ignored by politicians and elites. This sense of disenfranchisement can fuel populist movements that seek to undermine democracy and replace it with more authoritarian forms of government. Another factor contributing to the threat to democracy is political polarization. In many countries, the political landscape has become increasingly divided, with people on opposite sides of the political spectrum holding deeply entrenched and divergent views. This can lead to a breakdown in dialogue and compromise, making it difficult to find common ground and reach effective policy solutions. Polarization can also lead to a culture of demonization and dehumanization, where people see those who disagree with them as enemies to be defeated rather than fellow citizens with whom they can work towards common goals. The rise of authoritarian leaders is also a major threat to democracy. In recent years, we have seen a number of leaders around the world who have used their power to erode democratic institutions, silence opposition, and concentrate power in their own hands. These leaders often appeal to nationalism, populism, and fear in order to gain support, and they frequently attack the free press and independent judiciary as a way to consolidate their power. Finally, the erosion of democratic norms and institutions is a significant threat to democracy. In many countries, we have seen a decline in the rule of law, the independence of the judiciary, and the protection of civil liberties. This can create an environment where corruption, cronyism, and authoritarianism can thrive, as the checks and balances that are meant to prevent abuses of power are weakened or dismantled. In conclusion, democracy is under threat from a range of factors, including economic inequality, political polarization, the rise of authoritarian leaders, and the erosion of democratic norms and institutions. To address these challenges, it is essential that we work to strengthen democratic institutions, promote dialogue and compromise, and protect the rule of law and civil liberties. We must also find ways to address the underlying economic and social factors that are fueling discontent and disillusionment with democracy, and work towards a more inclusive and equitable society. Only by doing so can we ensure that democracy remains a vital and resilient form of government in the years ahead.